What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gifted Gamer 204 back at it again. And yes, you guessed right, people. Today, we got another banger for y'all, man. So check this out, right? Like, share, and subscribe. Let's get on with the show, shall we? What y'all thought? Y'all wasn't going to see me today? I don't think so. It's time. I need to set the record straight, okay? Okay? As we all know, let's get on with the show. As we all know, and as you're seeing on your screen, okay? The report has come out. PlayStation has canceled 2 unannounced live service games. Ben Studio and Blue Point Games both had games in development that now won't see the light of day. This included a live service version of the God of War franchise. Okay, and there it is. So the God of War, I believe, was the Blue Point one. And the Ben Studio, remember I reported on this like a couple months ago, that Ben Studios was working on a military type live service game. Remember that? So if that is the case, then I don't know what to say, man. I feel bad for it because I was really looking forward to that. It was a military based, like, third person shooter live live service game. Like, I really wanted to see. And remember, I showed you the images, the early images. I really wanted to see how that game was going to come out because it looked really good by what they were saying the game was going to be, okay? But anyways, right, that's not even the point. The point is, excuse me, this is what's going on today, people. This is the news that came out. Now, let's get straight into it. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of it. You see, the internet right now is set on fire. Right now. Now, Sony does this. People talking about first-party games, single-player games. They see the numbers, okay? They say, hey, we need to attack this area. This is what's going on right now. This seems to be the direction that the industry is going, which is live service. They go over there because they're not making any money over here with the single story games. Now everybody's complaining that they don't want live service games, that they don't know what they're doing. They need to get back to the single player games. So they come out and say that they're canceling all these games, and with these 2 being the latest. And now everybody's having an uproar, like saying, like, what's going on with Sony? You just said you don't want live service games. They're giving you what you want, which is canceling the live service games. And now you're telling them what the hell is going on. Does that make any sense to you? That makes no sense to me whatsoever. These people cannot make up their damn minds. No wonder the world is the way it is today. People don't know what to do. Like, people will say one thing one day, and then the next day come out and say another. But this is what I want you to understand right here. Okay? This is what I need you to understand. All right? Remember yesterday's video, right? And this is how things just be happening every time I tell you. Remember yesterday's video when I was when the Switch 2, the Switch 2 was revealed, and I said it was trash, and I'm gonna stand by it because that's what it was. You telling me you coming over here after 8 long years with your outdated console, Switch 1, that was already outdated, by the way. The Switch 1 was already an outdated console. Now you coming over here with the Switch 2 8 years later. All the leaks are coming out. All the rumors are coming out about the specs, the way it looks, everything. You come out with this little 2-minute reveal trailer, and the internet goes insane. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. I can't wait for the Switch 2 to come out. This console is going to be so successful. Yes, let's go Nintendo. I love it. That's all you see, right? That's all you see after 8 years. Nintendo just did a, here you go, take this and stop talking about us already. They come out, they just do that, and then they say, oh yeah, and by the way, you got to wait another 3 months so we could actually tell you what the specs are and things like that. Nobody has an issue with it. Nobody has an issue. People are praising Nintendo for that. After 8 long years. People are talking about Sony after being here, giving the customers what they want. Right? They're not doing any showcases, but they're dropping you games. They're giving it to you. But people still complaining, oh, where's the showcase? I want to see a showcase. People want to go to movie theaters and they want to make popcorn and just sit back and watch a showcase. So they can feel better about the future. Instead of looking at what's in front of them. Like right now. They want them to take the Xbox approach. And announce games 6 years in advance, and 6 years later, the game still hasn't come out. That's what they want to do. Right? That's what they want. But, you know, Jim Ryan came out. Okay? Jim Ryan comes out, makes the plan, tells us that it's going to be 12 live service games. Next thing you know, it's cut down to 6. Next thing you know, Concord comes out. It's a flop. They cross that out. Helldivers 2 comes in. It's a smash. Next thing you know, today we got the new report, okay, that these 2 were canceled live service games. So now we're left, okay, with Marathon, Fair Games, the Horizon Online, and the new Media Molecule multiplayer game that they're working on. Okay? Marathon, they have to put that game out. They have to. They can't even cancel it. They have to take their shot with Marathon, being that it's Bungie. There's no way PlayStation can go ahead and cancel this game. There's no way that's going to happen. They have to see what Marathon does. Fair Games, that's another one. Haven Studios, we could take it or leave it. Fair Games, it's going to be what it's going to be. It's like a payday. If they execute it well enough, it might do good. If not, then it's going to be another flop. But they got to take the chance. And then you have the Horizon one. I'm not going to mention the Media Molecule one because we don't know anything about it. But then we have the Horizon one that we know that they are like working on. And that's another one that I don't see them canceling. Why? Because they are pushing so hard for Aloy to be like the centerpiece of PlayStation. Like they're really pushing for Aloy to be like the mascot of PlayStation for some reason. Like over Kratos, over Astrobot, they want Aloy to be the number one. When you think of PlayStation, you think of Horizon and you think of Aloy. So that's why I don't see them canceling that Horizon game. I could be wrong, but those are just my thoughts on that. I don't see them canceling that Horizon game. But anyways, those 2 games that were just canceled would have been on this list. So now we would have had all these live service games to look forward to. They're trimming them down little by little. Who knows? Maybe they delete the Media Molecule one that they're working on. Who knows? That'll trickle it down, and now we're going to only have 3 live service games left. But this was all in plan already. Okay? This was the plan all along. If you see here, this was the plan. This plan that you're seeing here, we can now safely assume that they're throwing it out the window. It's not this is not going to be the plan moving forward anymore. That's what they're telling us. They're giving you what you want. You telling them that this is not the plan you want, they're giving it to you. And you're still complaining. You still complaining. Look at the chart. This is the direction that they wanted to go in. This is the direction that Jim Ryan set in place. Okay? Now Jim Ryan does this. A new ownership team comes in, new management. They start looking at all the data. They're like, yo, this ain't working. This ain't working. They see all of you complaining. They see all of you not buying the games. This ain't working. Let's cut everything out. They want single player. We're going to have to start cutting off all these live service games that we had in place and move a different direction. They do that. What happens? You complain. Which one is it? What is it that you want? I don't get it. I really don't get it. What is it that you want from these people? What is it that you want in life? What is it? Because you need to make it clear. Because they looking at these numbers. Let me tell you what's going on. Okay? They giving you all these games that they're known for, right? These first party single story games. You're only buying a specific type of game when it comes to the single player game. It's not like you sitting here buying all of them. Okay? You're only going to buy the game that you are into, that resonates with you. So now you thinking like that, now all these single player games that come out they're all not going to do good. Why? Because you're thinking, I don't like that game. I'm not going to buy that one. Even though it's a single player first title AAA game from PlayStation, right? But you just don't like that type of game, so you're not going to buy it. AKA Returnal. Returnal is a game that should have sold over 6 million copies. That's how great that game was. But why? It's not your type of game. You found out it's a roguelike type of game. That's not what you like, so you're not going to buy it. Now, the game underperforms. And Sony's sitting there thinking, but man, this game was incredible. This game was phenomenal. Why didn't people buy it? Like, what's wrong? Like, I thought this is what they wanted. Right? They cross over to today. They give us Astrobot. Wins the Game of the Year. Wins over 104 Game of the Year nominations, making it the most awarded platformer in the history of video games, beating out Mario. Go look at the numbers. They only sell 1.5 million. What message are you sending to Sony? This is what I need you to understand and ask yourself. What is it that you want? Because they look at that. They look at Astrobot winning all these awards. Everybody saying they love the game, yet it only sells 1.5. They give you Stellar Blade. Everybody says they love the game. It's a single player game. The ones that you're asking for, it only sells 1 million copies. Rise of the Ronin is another game that they're giving you, a single player game that you say that you want. And I don't even think Rise of the Ronin sold 1 million copies. But then they cross over here and they go look at Marvel. The reports come out. And what do the reports say? Marvel has sold over 100 million, made over 100 million in battle passes and skins. Over 100 million. How does that make any sense? What message does that send Sony? You over here preaching, talking about single player, this, that, and the third. Astrobot only sells 1.5. Stellar Blade 1 million. You look across the river, Marvel over there having a blast, having a party, making over 100 million. And the game just came out. So now Sony's looking at this. All this information comes up to the big boss's office. Like, yo, take a look at this. Oh, but I thought they want a single player game. We just finished giving them all these first single player games that are only on the PlayStation console. They not on Xbox. They not on Nintendo Switch. They only here in PlayStation. We're giving them what they want. How come we only selling 1 million for Stellar Blade? The game was phenomenal. How come we? I don't even remember the last time I checked Returnal's numbers. They didn't even make 1 million. They didn't even sell 1 million copies. The last time I checked, it was like 890,000 or 900,000 copies that they sold. They didn't even sell 1 million the last time I checked. So they're like, but they saying that this is what they want. Like, what's going on? Then he looks at the Marvel. He's like, no, this is what they want. You want this? This is what you're gonna get. But then you come out crying, complaining. You're sending mixed signals to the company. You say you want this, but you don't really want it. You want this. You want Marvel. That's what you want. 100 million? This is what you want. But you're gonna fault Sony for taking your lead. Because this is what you need to understand. You dictate the way you want the company to go. You dictate it. You know how? With your money. That's how you dictate it. I don't even know how many Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart sold. All I remember was when I looked at Returnal, it was like 900,000. Stellar Blade, 1 million. Rise of the Ronin, I don't even think it hit 1 million. Astro Bot Game of the Year, 1.5 million. Astro Bot should have easily sold over 5 or 6 million copies. Easily. That's how phenomenal that game was. That game is for everybody. And you know what? And you know why I don't want to hear nothing? When I bring up Astro Bot, because of all the damn hype y'all giving the Switch 2 right now. A bunch of grown men, okay? Because I don't want to hear nothing because I'm bringing up Astro Bot. You automatically start thinking, oh, that's just a kid game. You're going to... Well, I'm bringing up the Switch 2 with a bunch of kid games too. A bunch of grown men talking about the Switch 2 like if it's the greatest thing ever to come out. They can't wait. So, yes, I'm going to bring it up. You over here all hype about the Nintendo Switch. All you saw was Mario Kart. You're gonna go buy Mario Kart, right? But that's a kid game, though. The Nintendo Switch gamers are gonna come out here. The game is gonna come out. The Switch, the new Mario Kart. That game is off rip is gonna go sell at least like 12 million copies, off rip. But here you are, Mr. Sony single player first party game. You want this, right? Yet little old Astro Bot only sells 1.5 million copies. I don't understand. Don't come out here talking about, oh, but I don't need to buy that game. If I don't want to, so then shut your damn mouth. If that's the way you're gonna think, then Sony and all these companies could do what the hell they want to do. And it is what it is. Let the results be what it is. But you're not going to be getting them first party games that you want to play anymore. That's what's going to end up happening. You're going to have to go find yourself a new hobby. Because all those single player games that you claim that you love, it ain't going to come out anymore. Because your money don't talk. Your money ain't talking. It's not adding up. You say you love the first party games, but the money ain't added up. It's ridiculous. Like, people are just talking just to talk, just to be in the conversation so their name could pop up and they're giving out their thoughts and their opinion on the thing. The internet is on fire right now. But Microsoft comes out since January 1st. You go back since the year began. You remember? The year started off with a bang. with Microsoft news. It was left and right. Remember, I was coming out. I'm like, yo, but the year just started. Like this, everything is just like left and right. You didn't hear nothing. The internet, all you heard was the noise was just loud just because of the PlayStation people were getting at the Xbox fans. But other than that, you didn't hear from nobody else. It was dead silent. Now, this news comes out. Okay, this news comes out. And here we are. Here comes your boy Jeff Grub. Here comes your boy JorRaptor. Here comes your boy Mr.Patty. Coming out doing what? Giving their thoughts and opinions on the 2 live service games that was canceled. They had nothing to say since the year began about all that Microsoft news that was coming out, especially that other $80 billion they invested in the AI company. Remember I told you about that? That happened this year. I didn't hear nothing from nobody. From nobody. The Nintendo Switch 2 reveals yesterday. Garbage. Trash. I didn't hear nothing from anybody. And if you did, it was praises. Oh my goodness. I can't wait. Even though they didn't show us anything. They didn't show us anything. They just announced it. They just said here. Like the leaks are out everywhere. Like just here you go. Be quiet. Yes, the leaks were real. This is what it looks like. Yes, here you go. Be quiet. I'll see y'all in April. Everybody's like, oh my. Like, this is what I need you to see and understand. When I keep telling you, right, that I'm not just in here to just defend PlayStation like blindly. Like I'm just whatever PlayStation says is like yes, yes, yes. No, I'm here to speak the facts and to let you know so you can open your eyes and you can see why everything is happening. Because why these 3 individuals have to come out here and talk about this when they didn't speak on anything else? Why? It makes no sense. But why? It's because it's PlayStation. Because they hate PlayStation. They don't want to see PlayStation be number 1. That's what it is. If PlayStation was sitting at the 3rd spot, they'll be totally fine with PlayStation. They'll bring out all the news about PlayStation because they know PlayStation ain't going nowhere. PlayStation's going to stay at number 3. So they'll be gladly or like openly talking about PlayStation in a positive way. But since they know they're number 1 and they don't want them to be number 1, all they've got to do is come out here and talk. All they want to do is come out here and talk negative about PlayStation. That's what it is. Nintendo hasn't said one word this whole entire time. What everybody does, treats them like a baby. Why? I don't understand. I still to this day I don't get it. I really don't. Like what is it, you know, that these people like are so afraid to talk about Nintendo? I don't get it. Somebody let me know because I don't get it. But anyways, right? Like it's so crazy right now that even PlayStation fans are talking bad about PlayStation. It's everybody right now. It's Xbox, the fake PC gamers, and even PlayStation fans are talking about this. Are trying to, bash PlayStation because this happened. Even though they're telling PlayStation that this is what they want. I don't understand for 1 second. I don't get it whatsoever. Y'all talking all this trash, but I just mentioned to you all those sales numbers for all those single player titles that should have been doing way better than those numbers. So what is it that you want? This is what I want you to do. say what it is specifically. Like if it's a specific game that you want, a specific controller that you want, a specific anything from PlayStation, anything. What is it specifically that you want? Don't say, oh, I just want more single player. No. What single player game you want? Okay? Type it down, write it in, and post it. And let me see what you come up with. Because at this point, I don't understand. I just read you all those numbers, and it don't add up. It doesn't add up. For one bit. They go from 12 to 6. Basically, now they're down to four live service games. Plans take time. Jim Ryan set out a plan. He put the stamp on it. I'm not sure if I spoke on this already. Puts the stamp on it. Everybody leaves the conference room. Everybody knows the plan for the next couple years. Now everybody starts to work on it. That's how it goes. They have a conference meeting. Jim Ryan says, approved, put the stamp on the paper. Everybody walks out the conference room. Everybody has their assignments. We working on this live service, that one. Everybody got a plan now. They got to go on with it. They starting developing the process to start developing the games, okay? It takes time. Things don't just happen. Like I told you about Xbox, when they made that bum-ass partnership with IHOP, you know, Phil and them didn't just wake up out of bed one day and say, I had a dream. Let's go over to IHOP and let's just go over there and partner up. That took time. They had meetings about that. Okay? That didn't just happen. They actually put thought into that, doing that. Things take time. When you're dealing with big money, things take time. Okay? Now that the plan is midway through, they seen that it's not working. Everybody's complaining. They got to cut the plan because you were on this path this whole time, okay? Because this was the plan. You just don't shy away from a plan that you're on. The only people that do that is Xbox. They'll tell you a plan, and 6 months after you said that plan, they'll turn around and go over here this way. That's why they're never successful in anything. That's why they cancel every single product that they come out with, because they don't stick to the plan. They don't see the plan through. They don't see it through. So anyways, you're going on this direction. Midway, you're looking at the midway reports. You're looking at the numbers. They come back. You say people are starting to get, voice their opinions. People are angry. They Concord flops. This is not working out. You revisit the plan like midway through or something. If you don't like how the plan is going midway through, you make a decision. And that's what's going on. They're making a decision. They're saying, we got to stop all this. Let's cancel the next two with Blue Point and Bend Studios. We're going to leave Fair Games and Marathon and the rest. We'll come back to those. But right now, these two right here, Blue Point and Bend, let's cancel these right now. Like we need to start thinking about our next moves. That's what's going on. That's what you want. That's what you've been asking for them to stop and go this way. That's what they're doing. You complaining. Can you explain to me why you complaining? Why? I understand. Okay? You people saying, oh, but all this time they didn't do that. They could have been doing this. This was the plan that Jim Ryan put back then. And anybody could say that about anything. Sure, you could have been doing that. You could say that about anything. Damn, I was too busy in school working on this major, and I wasted my time doing in this major when I could have been all along. You finally found what you wanted to do, and I could have been here all along and now waste all this time. Well, that couldn't have happened because something during this moment when you was on the other side, something must have happened. Something must have clicked that made you say, you know what? This is not the direction I want to go. I finally found what I want to do. And what I want to do, it's over here. So you know what? I'm going to stop right now and stop wasting more time and follow this direction. And this is where I'm going to go. That's how life works, people. Stop being, stop following these people that they're claiming that they're neutral, right? That's what everybody claims now. I'm neutral. I'm neutral. I'm not on any sides. I'm neutral. But then they're not saying the truth. How I just broke it down to you, that's the truth. Things like that happen in life all the time. You waste your time doing something that you thought was it. And when something hits you, something clicks, and now you're thinking to yourself, damn, yo, I wasted all that time doing this. It is part of the process. If you didn't waste all that time, maybe that particular moment would have never clicked in your brain. Maybe that particular time would have never happened, and you would have never reached this side, which is what you really wanted to do, which is what you're really passionate about doing. If you never wasted all this time doing this. That's how it works. But these people, I don't understand what's going on. They just want, no, actually, I do. They just want the clicks. They want the, people to go with back and forth. That's what they want. So when I told people out there when the Switch 2 comes out, I'm fine. People saying I'm good with 1080p or 60 frames. Oh, this and this. Well, I'm not. You talking about being a realist and all this? I'm not okay with that. We're not here for you to be a prophet, for you to, guess what the specs are gonna be on the next Nintendo Switch. That's not what we're here for. We're not here to baby these multi-billion-dollar companies. We're here for your thoughts, for your opinions, what you want to see, not what's going to happen. You can do both. You can say, I think Nintendo's going to come out. At the end of the day, knowing Nintendo, I think they're going to come out with a 1080p 60 frame console, whatever. But what I want, what I'm expecting in 2025 is a 4K 60 frame resolution. It's two totally different things. Two different things. But we got to baby them. That's what it is. We got to baby Nintendo. Everything is tippy-toeing around Nintendo because it's Nintendo. Sony comes out, they canceling 2 live service games. The internet's on fire. I keep telling you, you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. That's why I be going hard at all these people like Tim Dog and Crap Gamer and all of them. Because they not fooling me. I spoke on them. I spoke on these people already. And man, I forgot to play this. I should have been playing this on a loop. But anyways, hopefully y'all still with me, man, because people out here talking about they want more showcases. Sony's canceling more games that they actually have, putting out games and putting out showcases. That's what people are saying right now. These people are talking about showcases. They want PlayStation to do what Xbox does. That's what they want. Xbox announced the game 6 years ago. 6. And the game still hasn't come out. They announced the game that 5 years ago. And the game still hasn't come out. They have like 3 games that they announced like 4 years ago. And we still Haven't heard anything about it. No release date, nothing. But it's okay because at least they're doing showcases, right? That's what y'all want. That's what y'all want. You want a show. You want to watch a movie. You want to make some popcorn in your kitchen and sit back and watch a show. That's what you want. You don't want to play the video games. That's what you want to do. That's what you're saying. Just say it. Because PlayStation, they didn't leave you high and dry like Xbox did back in 2022. High and dry. Because PlayStation is not leaving you high and dry like Nintendo did in the year 2024 when they came out with absolutely nothing, just like Xbox in 22, absolutely nothing. This is what Sony does. Even though their major first-party games aren't coming out, you know what they do? They go invest in China project. They're now investing in India project. I don't know if you heard about that one. They have an India project now in development. They create all these partnerships, build relationships with these developers. You know for what? To fill in the gaps. To not to leave you high and dry like the rest of them do. That's why. So even if it's not a first party big title game, they still giving you content and high quality at that. High quality. They putting money behind that. It's not like they're just going to them and say, yo, put this game on PlayStation. They're putting money behind these other studios to bring it to you, its customers, so that you can be satisfied. Okay? So that they won't leave you high and dry. People don't want to talk about none of that. People rather talk about the future instead of paying attention right now. What's in front of you right now? You don't know what's in front of you? Let me break it down to you. In 2024, they gave us Helldivers 2. They gave us Rise of the Ronin. They gave us Stellar Blade. They gave us ZZZ. They gave us Black Myth Wukong. They gave us Wuthering Waves. They gave us Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. They gave us Silent Hill 2. They gave us Concord. They gave us Until Dawn. And these, let me tell you, these are just on the PlayStation console. They're not on Xbox. And they're not on the Switch. You know what that's telling you? That they're investing in you. They're saying, here you go. Take this for now. Hold on to that right there. I don't hear nobody talking about that. They're not leaving you high and dry. Okay? You want more? These are the upcoming games. They're going to give you Phantom Blade Zero, Lost Soul Aside, the Black Myth DLC, the Ghost of Yotei, Death Stranding 2, the Marathon game, the Fair Games, the Wolverine game, Ballad of Antara, the Midnight Walk, Where Winds Meet, Sword of the Sea, and yes, last but not least, Grand Theft Auto 6, which will be running as 4K 60 frames per second on that PS5 Pro. Thank God for Mark Cerny. I mean, my goodness. And just in case that's not enough for you, just in case, you also going to be getting all them first party titles from Xbox. PS5 Pro enhanced. Okay? Think about all of these games I just mentioned to you. That's a lot. You want me to mention them all together? That's just from last year, 2024, and what we could be looking forward to this year. Helldivers 2, Rise of the Ronin, Stellar Blade, ZZZ, Black Myth Wukong, Wuthering Waves, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Silent Hill 2, Concord, Until Dawn, Phantom Blade Zero, Lost Solo Side, Black Myth DLC, Ghost of Yotei, Death Stranding 2, Marathon, Fair Games, Wolverine, Ballad of Antara, The Midnight Walk, Where Winds Meet, Sword of the Sea, Grand Theft Auto 6, and all the Xbox first-party titles. Only on the PlayStation 5 console, people. And there's more. Now, are all these single player games gonna reach over 5 million copies? I ask you that question. That's what you want, right? You want single player first party games? That's what you want. Are these games gonna be reaching 5 million and copies and more? That's the question that I have. Because they're gonna look at all of this. It's gonna come right back. They're canceling all these games. They're gonna come right back to the single player games. They're gonna say, yo, these people act like they saying that they want these games. They come out and they don't buy them. They're too busy over there playing Marvel Rivals. Ghost of Yotei, excuse me. That game better sell 10 million copies at least. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. When Ghost of Yotei comes out the gate, I better start hearing first week sales. They already sold 3 million copies. That's the type of thing that I need to be hearing when this game comes out. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I don't care. I'm speaking facts. I'm going by what y'all saying that y'all want. First party, big AAA. Well, here we are, people. Sucker Punch is coming out with the Ghost of Yotei exclusively for the PlayStation 5 console, not cross-gen, and it will be PS5 Pro enhanced. This game better sell at least 10 million copies, and I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. Point blank, period. This is ridiculous, people. The thing, I mean, I'm like, I had to sit back and I had to just laugh. Because the Xbox players, the Xbox community, I don't even understand why they're in this conversation. These people are the funniest people on earth. Because here you have this community, you know, that's going hard for a company who told them directly to their face, we don't care about you. How does that sound? Like, look, let me make it clear, right? A company that they're vouching for, going so hard for, all right, that claimed that they cared for them, came out publicly and said to them, to their face, there are no red lines anymore. We don't care about you. And they're still coming up in here talking about let's go Xbox. How does that make any sense? That's why I call these people delusional. Because only people like that will keep on, you know, vouching for a company like that. Who in their right minds will continue to, you know, go so hard for a company like that after telling you that they don't care about you? They don't care. So what is it that's going on here? And then you have the fake PC gamers, which I call Xbox refugees, because that's all it is. Those PC gamers that are coming out here talking about I'm a PC gamer and all this, that, and the third, those are Xbox refugees. The fake PC gamers. Because I can assure you that real PC gamers don't care about nothing that's going on right now with the console. With the two studios canceling their live service games and all that. I can assure you that they don't give a damn about what's going on right now. That's how you separate the two. Right? Because back then, when I was growing up, this is the craziest thing. Back then, when I was growing up, we looking at the PC gamers like they were the nerds. Right? We used to look at them as nerds. We, the console gamers, were the cool kids on the block. We had all the blockbuster games like, Super Mario and all, Donkey Kong and all the Sega, the Sonics and all that, right? We were the cool kids. We had the consoles. They were over there in their little own world doing whatever the hell they were doing. And they didn't care one bit. Think about it. We have all these billboards now. The console gaming is starting to heat up. Like, it's getting more and more popular. More commercials coming out. More popularity. You go with blockbusters in style. All these commercials. Everything is like all the hype. And then we turn and look, and the PC gamers could care less. Like, this is a true story. They're just clicking away, mouse and keyboard. Be like, yo, we playing that new Mario game, this, that. They're like, so? And I don't care about no damn Mario. I'm right here. You need to try this shit right here. This right here is the shit. I don't know what y'all playing over there, all them little kiddie games. This is the shit right here. That's how it was back in the day. They didn't care what was going on over here. They didn't want to be down with the popular kids and all that. They didn't care. Those are the real PC gamers that I'll be talking about. They know what they got. They know what the PC is about. They know what it's capable of. They in their own world. That's how I know PC gamers growing up. Like that. So now, here we are today, right? And now all of a sudden, PC gamers is coming out of nowhere talking about PC this over console, PC that. That's how I know that they're not real PC gamers. That's how I know. So that's all I gotta say, man. Hopefully I caught everything, that I had to say in this video. Like bro, just because the thing is whatever is going on in today's world in social media, just because it's popular, that don't mean that you have to go with it. It doesn't mean you have to go with it. All the Xbox news that came out earlier this year, it was only PlayStation guys going at them, right? No word from Xbox. They were just like trying to deviate from the situation and like talk about something else or like downplay the thing, like trying to like throw water to the fire, basically, right? And now here we are with this PlayStation news that comes out. And even PlayStation people are actually going at PlayStation. Without taking a step back and analyzing the entire situation, how I just explained it to you, how it works. All these things take time. They can't do nothing overnight. It don't work like that. It's not going to work when you're talking about big money. It's not going to work. They're actually, everybody from the PlayStation side should have been applauding this move today. They should have been saying thank you. Yes, this is what we was asking you for. Thank you so much. This is what we wanted all along. Thank you. At least we can see the process. We see that y'all actually working towards what we was asking you for. Instead, What is going on at Sony? What the hell is going on? This, that, and the third. Pay attention. I keep telling you, pay attention. I'm pro Sony, but I keep telling y'all it's only because, you know, it's the console that I love, yes, okay? But it's at the same time, it because of all the hate that it receives and everything that I mentioned in this video today. All the biased people, everything I mentioned in the video. It's because of that I have to go so hard. Because it makes no sense. And that's why the gaming industry is where it's at today. Because of everything that I mentioned. Y'all make sure y'all share out this video. You know what time it is. It's your boy, the gifted one here, baby. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone.